You're listening to the Gab Street Podcast, Columbus, Ohio's #1 podcast for underground talent. Every week we have new conversations with interesting individuals who contribute to the Columbus economy and its lively culture. You may find just what you're looking for right in your backyard. Let's get right into it. Whoa there, friends. Welcome back. It's the same street you've been walking on for over a year now. It's that Gab Street. And
it's digital.
It is digital. Yeah, actually this is VR Gab Street. You actually have a headset on. You're just seeing this through the webs. We have been doing remote episodes for the past 8 weeks or so, and that's really fun. I think that's just a complete blast. You can hear the excitement in my voice. I'm here with your main co-host, Zay Crypto. Say what's up.
Yeah, what's up?
Today's episode 66. It's been quite a while. This is quite a weird time. We haven't done an episode without a guest in a long time. It's been since episode 43, I believe. So that's what we're doing today. We were going to have a guest, but he wanted to be able to do the episode in person. So we are going to oblige that and push it back. So you will know who that is when that episode happens. But quick update on that side of things. Next week's episode is going to be the return to in-person interviews. We are taking safety precautions. We will be washing our hands. We will be spitting all over each other. It will be fine. The microphone will be clean. And it's going to be with one of my favorite groups, if not my favorite group in Columbus. So keep a lookout for that. You'll know who it is when it comes out. And some of you may be able to guess already.
Yeah.
So, we got a lot to talk about today. Zay, do you have anything you want to specifically start with?
Fuck the government.
Straight up. Kill them all.
Honestly, okay, I don't want to get too political, but just the way that things have been handled, the past couple of months have made. If you still think America is the best country in the world to live in, you are straight up delusional and have no critical thinking whatsoever. Like, look at what other countries have been doing. Like, dude, I can't even, like, I could spend this entire episode talking about how fucking incompetent our leaders are, but I think most people our age already know that.
But the stocks are up, dude.
Dude, stocks are up.
Dude, stock market's up, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. That's the measure of all health.
Yeah, unemployment at 20%, but the stocks are doing better than ever.
Bro, I'm so excited for the stocks, dude. And the stocks I'm talking about specifically are those medieval ones where your arms and neck are through it. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't wait.
They just put you in stocks and Mike DeWine coughs on you.
I can't wait for the government to run out of paper to continue printing money and just watch the stock market collapse and all these boomers are going to lose their retirement. Then they'll be mad. Then they'll have something to say.
And this, my friends, is why I leave the political hot takes to Zay Crypto over here.
Yeah.
They're not on my side of things. He wants acid in the water supply. I don't condone that as the host. Anyway, a lot has happened. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I'll just go through the episode audio later and find that out. So, a lot has happened during quarantine. I would like to talk about that lot of things. There are some pretty exciting things in store for Gab Street, and one of those things is that my boyfriend Grayson is actually putting together an official website for the show, using none other than Wix, which is the top of the line, state of the art website builder.
Yeah.
Not really, but it suits our needs very well, so I'm okay with it.
I asked Corey if I could see a sneak peek, and he said no. So it's got to be good.
Oh, dude, this is secret shit, man. It's not like I don't have access to the draft myself or anything. I'm actually just hiding it behind doors. Super exciting news. Nobody gets to see it because I don't get to see it all the time. I only get sneak peeks right now. But
yeah,
it actually does look amazing. I'll give you some details about it. So we're going to have a way to kind of a direct line to reach us about sponsoring and being guests on the show. That's kind of streamlined. Instead of me kind of keeping everything organized through DM, email, text, calls, stuff like that. So if somebody sends us a message being interested in being on the show, we are going to direct them to our website, and that's just going to be nice for us. So for those of you listening who would be interested in being booked, that is the route to go. Also want to put out there that if you are booking with us now as of the recording of this episode, which is May 11th, 2020, we are currently booked through the date November 4th. So the next available slot we have for an episode release is November 11th. Which would be a pretty cool day to have it on because that's Armistice Day from World War I. So if you want to be an arbiter of peace, you can come on the show on November 11th. So, fun fact, November 11th of next year will be the 10th anniversary of the release of Skyrim. So
what?
That's just a little fun fact for you.
It's 10 years? Holy shit.
It's almost been 10 years, dude. But it's only been 1 month since the latest 14th release of Skyrim. So you can buy Skyrim. You are able to buy different versions of Skyrim over 10 times by this point.
Yeah.
It's impressive. It really is. It's very good marketing.
Can I just say that Skyrim is amazing, and the fact that it still looks good graphically 10 years later
with mods.
with mods.
With mods, it looks good. I don't think you remember what Skyrim looks like because the base game looks like complete ass.
Bro, okay.
Comparatively.
Okay, like that is true aesthetically, but like visually, like just the textures and whatnot are still pretty like on par with today's textures, honestly.
I guess, yeah. It's pretty up there for its time, but yeah, I wouldn't hold it up with like Doom or anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot has changed in the past 10 years, but bro, Skyrim is a goat of the video games, and I love the Elder Scrolls, and I'm sorry I had to fanboy for a little bit, but
that's okay,
dude. I can't wait for Elder Scrolls 6. I really hope it gets released before I'm 30.
You mean Elder Scrolls 6 Cleveland?
Yeah,
I'm really pumped for that too, dude.
Yeah,
construction DLC.
That's the DLC. Yeah, I think I've heard about Elder Scrolls 6 Detroit too. That's coming soon.
Bro, imagine walking around the streets of like abandoned parts of Detroit just with like fire magic sitting in your hand, being able to just like shout people away.
You know, the modding community will probably eventually do something like that.
Honestly though, would not be surprised.
Yeah. That's honestly probably what's kept Skyrim alive so long, is the modding community.
Agreed. To relate that to Columbus, we actually have on the schedule, and I'm not going to tell you when it's coming, You're just going to have to wait for that announcement either in the mailing list or just wait for the episode to come out. But later this year, we do have an interview with a couple of game developers coming out. So, I know them personally. They're very good friends of mine. And they are putting together a really cool game, and it's going to be horror themed. So hopefully they're going to have a lot to show for it when they're interviewed later this year. So it's going to be very cool.
Is it America Simulator 2020?
Yeah, sure. We can go with that.
The horror experience.
Yes. Yeah, Black Mirror Season 5 is not being made right now because it's just happening. So, that's what I heard anyway. The guy that made it was like, yo, this is not the time.
Yeah, well, it's actually revolutionary. They just started to release episodes IRL.
It's the new viewing experience.
Yeah, they've gone past VR. They're just like making the world VR.
Bro, what if we find out that the simulation is actually being run by the people who wrote Black Mirror?
Okay, like no shit, Corey. I like the whole simulation theory, and I don't really like give it much weight. But as of 2020, the idea that we're in a simulation, it honestly seems a little more appealing just because so much crazy shit has happened this year. It almost seems like someone's just fucking with the code. Like, I don't know. This is just hitting the news as of like the past 2 weeks. But did you know that murder hornets have hit America?
I didn't hear about that. Yep.
Those fuckers 2 inches long. Bro, wasps are fucking scary. Now just imagine that times 5. Like, what the fuck?
They kill 50 people a year.
Yeah, which in Japan though.
Yeah, that's a bit higher of a percentage there than it is here.
Yeah. But
I have a feeling with the amount of people in this country with access to buckshot, I think we're going to be okay. I'm not particularly worried about that, to be completely honest.
Yeah, fuck the fly swatter. I got a shotgun, boy.
Bro, you can get a salt shotgun, straight up. You know about that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a gun you can get that shoots salt that you can use to kill flies. It's like widely available.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I kind of want to get one, blow up a bunch of balloons, and just have fun. I think that'd be great.
Dude, bring that to the next Scab Street party.
Oh my god.
Like right before you cut the cake or right after, just take out a shotgun and blow up some balloons.
Fill the balloons with stickers and shit.
Yo.
Just drop gab loot.
Stop giving away our secrets, Court.
So to keep it relevant to Columbus, I do want to talk about some things that have been happening outside of Gab Street as well. We will go back to Gab Street news, but I want to talk about a good friend of the show real quick. Possibly one of the people that I have worked with the most on Gab Street affairs. Joseph Keith has been making the biggest quarantine moves I have ever seen, and he is moving 6 feet at a time. Let me be rest assured. But he released a new project with a feature from Zay Finale, and it is called Club Quarantine.
Yep.
And let me see how many songs it is, because I do not remember. But
honestly, I think the song that features Zay Finale, I think that's my favorite song.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's something else, man. I'm really proud of Joseph for this project. I think it's a big step.
As am I.
In his evolution.
I'm proud of him for the project, and I'm proud of him for the seriously upped quality of his social media posting and his music videos.
Dude, he's going fucking crazy. He looks like he's got a music video for almost every song.
Yep.
that project.
Oh yeah, dude. He's pushing it hard. I think what he's doing with Ravenshood is something else. I am eager to see how he continues. But I think personally, let's talk about that album a little bit. My personal favorite songs off of it are Thoughts, Midnight Shoutouts, That Man, Raindrops, and Drip Ain't Free. And if you listen to Gab Street back in January, you already heard That Man, because that is the song he used in his sponsorship message. So I was very pleasantly surprised to hear that track once again off of that album. I was very happy about that. But I think the best song off the album, personally, for me, is Drip Ain't Free.
That's a good one.
Because I think that song just has such an energy and a personality that if that comes on in the car, you cannot not turn it up the full volume. There's this one line he throws in there, or he's talking about like when he was 10 years old, that was when he had his first thoughts of homicide or something like that. It's just so crazy. I love that song. But anyway, do you have any specific thoughts on that project?
To be honest, I have not listened to it enough to remember like which songs equal what name. But
That's fair.
I listened to it like all the way through, I think the day it dropped, man, and I was impressed with the overall project. I think that some of the best work I've heard from Joseph thus far, and with the way that he's promoting it, I expect nothing but great things from it.
Heavily agreed with that. Yeah. The song that he did with Zay Finale, I remember you saying that was a good one. Raindrops. So
Yeah, Raindrops, man. Just like that guitar, like I fucking love that guitar in that song. Whoever's doing Joseph's production, they need some props too, because
he's been working with Yogi Split, I believe.
Okay, yeah, shout out to Yogi Split.
Yeah, because I saw him on Yogi's story. Joseph Keith was basically at his studio the whole quarantine working on this shit.
Dude, shout out to that guy, because his instrumentals go hard.
It's true. Yeah, I'm looking at the credits on Spotify now, and it only says Joseph Keith. So you're gonna need to slap some of that production cred on there. You know what I mean, Joe? You know better. I know you know better. I'm just messing with you, but I'm gonna tease a couple future guests for you guys, just as a treat. So I talked about the game developers already. I think that's pretty exciting. We have not one, not two, not three, but 4 different comedians scheduled for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
One of which has actually been on Comedy Central in the past. So.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So some of you may be able to guess who that is, but he's a Columbus legend, and I'm super excited to have him on, as well as the other 3. All 4 of them have done shows that I've seen live that I've been extremely impressed with. And I think the comedy scene in this city is very underappreciated. And I think that the more people go to it, the better. So big props to that. I was supposed to, as has been mentioned in the past, I was supposed to sponsor the Seabus Comedy Festival this year. But unfortunately, because people are coughing too hard, it has been pushed back. So I have been given the option to choose whether or not to continue to sponsor. So I am still ruminating over that concept there. So we shall see how that goes.
The Rona really fucked things up.
Yeah, dude. The Rona has stopped everything, including pretty much everything that we do on a normal basis. Everything that everyone we interview is involved in. As you know, most of the people that we interview on this show, they're musicians. They perform live at places, or they run venues, or they run businesses. Or, they're comedians and they do live performances in front of people and large crowds of people. There are a lot of crowds when it comes to who we interview, and that's not been very kosher this year. It's just crowds are kind of a thing of 2019 at the moment.
Yeah, like going back to, remember our episode, last episode, it was like right at the cusp of 2020. We were all, only us, like everyone around the world was like, 2020, this is my year, new decade, new me. And then life just hit us all in the balls repeatedly.
No more kids for us, man.
I mean, yeah. I don't have a problem with that.
Bro, solve overpopulation straight up. Let's do it.
I want to be sterilized.
Let's talk about that today, I guess.
I'm not fit to be a father.
Oh my god.
That kid would grow up with issues.
That kid would grow up with a talent of creating Kurt Cobain music.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't go that far. Maybe if I had a kid, he would I would try to train him musically, so he could actually I've always wished I was, not always, but I've wished I was pitch perfect, or had perfect pitch, which is just not a reality for me, because the first 10 years of my life I wasn't even allowed to listen to music. But if only I'd had someone to just sit me down with a piano when I was a little kid, who knows what would have happened. And if I had a kid, I would do that, but everything else, I would probably be a terrible father.
If my son isn't a podcaster by the age of 12, I'm disowning him.
Dude, no, fuck that. If your kid's not a podcaster on the level of Joe Rogan by the time he's 12.
Bro.
Your son's going to be the little pump of podcasting.
Jesus Christ.
Youngest flexer out there.
Harvard School of Podcasting.
You know what? Speaking of Little Pump, man, R.I.P. Little Pump. He fell off hard, and I missed him.
You miss him?
Yeah, dude. I liked Little Pump.
I think him having been sealed in carbonite in time for his popularity, I don't know, period of popularity, whatever it was, I'm pretty okay with that. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's okay.
Yeah, you're right, but I still miss him.
Okay.
Okay, let me put it this way. I would rather have a Little Pump on this scene than a Tekashi on this scene.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Little Pump compared to 6ix9ine is super wholesome.
That's true.
Yeah. I actually just went on his page for the first time in a year to see what he'd been doing, and he's released this song with this Spanish artist. It looks like a Spanish mumble rapper I've never heard of, called Illuminati. So it's obviously just a ploy to get public attention, and I think his career's over, and it's big sad, dude.
Damn, dude. Did he really get Brendan Frasered out of music?
Who's Brendan Fraser?
Oh my god, exactly. That is so sad that you just asked me that question.
Dude, I straight up have no idea who that is.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, who is Brendan Fraser?
Oh, that's so sad. You know the movie The Mummy?
Nah.
No?
I didn't really have watch movies growing up either, so.
Fair enough, but also if Brendan Fraser were listening to this episode, he'd probably be crying right now.
I mean, to be fair, I was kind of raised under a rock. There's a lot of things I missed out culturally. Like, dude,
That's why you're skinny, because The Rock was flattening you the whole time.
yes, yeah, absolutely. I think actually, fun fact, my first introduction to like pop culture in general was in 2008 when I first got on YouTube. I learned about SpongeBob through memes. Like, I didn't even watch SpongeBob growing up, which surprises a lot of people.
That's so nuts, dude. That's such a foundational
Yeah, I know.
base for my sense of humor, like all of it.
Yeah, dude, Mateus showed me an episode of SpongeBob, so I actually have watched a full episode of SpongeBob as of this year. It was the episode where he has to write an essay and he spends the whole day on the first one. And I thought it was a pretty great episode. Honestly, SpongeBob seems like quality.
That's a classic one, dude. All of them are classic. First 2 seasons.
I don't know if I might be too old to actually enjoy SpongeBob, but I might like try to go experience some of that eventually.
I would watch it. I would watch a good amount of it, even if you are sludging through just for the cultural education.
Really? You think?
Honestly, yeah. It's such a quintessential thing for so many people our age.
Yeah.
I think it is essential knowledge. But that's my opinion.
I'll take that into consideration. It sounds like that is the public opinion. I really should honestly watch a little SpongeBob.
Yeah, Zay, get educated.
I have a bachelor's degree in SpongeBob.
Oh my god, memeology.
I went to the University of Plu Plu Plu.
Jesus Christ.
Hi everyone, my name's Luke Chioka. I'm a film composer and multi-genre producer. Thank you for listening to the Gab Street Podcast. I'm here to tell you that I'd love to bring your next project to life. Whether that's a short film, advertisement, or rap album, I can produce for you with uncompromising quality. In fact, the background music you're listening to right now was composed by yours truly. I've composed for feature film, local artists, and nonprofits. You can find me on Instagram at luke.chioka, that's CHIOCCA, YouTube, and Fiverr. I look forward to working with you. Thanks and take care.
One other thing I do want to update about on this episode today is our personal situations, because I imagine there are at least a couple people out there who care. So, if you would like to go for first, or I can, I was going to talk about our job situations.
Oh yeah. So I lost my job, like halfway through April.
At Piata.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm gonna get to go back. I hope so. I actually went in there a couple weeks ago, say I miss you guys, and they gave me a free meal, which was nice.
Oh, that's cool.
So they still like me. They still sounds like they still want me back. Man, it's a dare I say exciting time to be alive.
You think so?
Exciting in the worst way possible. Like, maybe not exciting is the right, it's kind of a dreadful, okay, it's a dreadful time to be alive, but like the kind of dread, you know how like dread will just keep you thinking about what's going to happen next. And it's almost like, yeah, excitement is not really, it's a dreadful time to be alive, but.
Well, I'm going to counter that a little bit. I can't help but feel like this situation may have broken so many people's complacency with their daily lives, and gotten them out of situations that they didn't realize were bad for their mental and physical health. Because a lot of people were still stuck in dead end jobs, and think that they have nowhere to go. And this kind of situation hopefully has shown some people that they have different routes, and that certain levels of talent should be funneled into different places. and people can work from home more, and it's safer anyway, and offices can be abolished essentially. Like
Yeah.
a lot of changes will have resulted from this that will end up being positive on the world.
That is the exciting part of this. I guess there is some silver linings to all this. Like for me personally, I think the biggest two silver linings to all this are, I think it's brought more awareness to how much of an impact we actually have on our climate.
Oh yeah.
Just like 2 weeks of us being indoors as a global community, like it's insane how much that nature has bounced back. And unfortunately, a lot of those changes are already getting reversed. But
yeah,
I think that's important. Like we need people to realize how much of an impact we have on this planet, and like if we all come together as a world, we actually can make some serious change. And we're going to have to make some serious changes. Like we've got like 12 years. That's what the scientists are saying, to give the Earth a fighting chance, and we need to do that. And if Corona hadn't happened, dude, what if this is the deciding factor in whether we continue as a civilization or not?
bro.
Like what if we look back on this time and realize that this was exactly the amount of turmoil we needed to get people to start making serious changes in the world?
That would be nuts. And I think looking at the effects that it has had with the sudden change based on the lack of industrial movements, not to get too political, but you can't. I don't know how you could look at that and still deny that we do have an effect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, I think for better or for worse, I think a lot of people realize truly how little power they have over their government in America specifically.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that will inspire change. Also, I think that the whole discussion of like factory farming, how this relates to the crisis, this pandemic, I think that's an important conversation that may be overlooked by a lot of people. I don't know if you, but the meat industry uses produces as much carbon. Has a like the carbon footprint of the meat industry is on level is the same amount with like every single method of transportation we have. Like if you took away all cars, planes, and boats, that would have the same impact on our planet as completely abolishing the meat industry.
I have heard about that.
Yeah, and not a lot of people are going to like this hot take I have, but I really think that one of the many efforts we're going to have to do to save our climate is for a large majority of the population to go vegan or at least vegetarian, because if you look at things just from a purely, like, if you're trying to be efficient with the way that we produce food, the meat industry is so inefficient. 80% of crops that are produced, for like 80% of the like calories that are produced by the crops fed to cows and all these other animals go to waste. We only get about 19% of that energy created and consumed by livestock. The rest is just shit out. And that shit goes into our rivers and our lakes. That also creates problems. It's just like, I think that there's this documentary that came out recently called Game Changers, which I would highly recommend anybody to watch. And it really, really shows the climate, the impact we have on our planet through our consumption of animals.
So basically what you're saying is we need to ban cows. No, I'm just joking. I'm not going to be a Tucker Carlson on you.
I should say, by the way, too, that I'm a little bit of a hypocrite for saying this because I do eat animal products myself. I think that in the future, though, I'm actually going to personally try to be vegan or at least vegetarian because not only for the health benefits, just just fucking save the planet, man. We got to do. Our generation has to really step up to the plate for this because the older generations have already made it clear that they do not give a fuck. And I'm past the point of convincing them. They're going to die and leave us with a burning world. So it's up to us to make the changes. We need to lead the charge.
And it's going to be easier with things like Beyond Meat and Impossible Burgers and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that also lab-grown meat. Lab-grown meat, I'm really excited for that. Because that's just going to be revolutionary. That's not only going to eliminate a lot of pain and suffering produced by the meat industry, but it's also going to give those people that absolutely need to have meat. They're like, no, don't take away my hamburger. It's going to give those people an option to continue eating meat without creating such a huge ecological imprint on our planet.
But Zay, isn't part of the appeal of eating meat feeling like the glory of murder?
Oh yeah, dude. I fucking
when I eat a burger, I'm just like, yep, that's the spot.
You know what? I'm sure there's some people where that is an appeal to them, man. I really do think that some people really probably feel like they're big and bad because they're eating another living organism. And you know what? Those people are probably out protesting the lockdown right now, so fuck them.
Oh dear God, I don't know enough about the protests to talk about them, so if I'm going to actively avoid that topic if that's okay.
Yeah,
but
you know what is what's crazy though? I'm not going to talk about that, but did you hear about the armed protesters in Michigan?
The what protesters?
There was a crowd of people that entered the Capitol building in Michigan a couple weeks ago, holding assault rifles and AK-47s and AR-15s, and they were protesting inside the Capitol building, trying to get at the governor or whoever was in there.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that's some crazy shit, bro.
Damn, dude.
That's a step away from civil war.
Yeah.
That. If things had gotten violent, there could have been a massive shootout between those protesters and the police, and it's just kind of insane to see everything happening in the world right now.
And that's why Gab Street is bringing people together instead of giving them AR-15s.
Yeah.
That's the point of this show. We're keeping people happy. But I have been intimately familiar with the affairs of the rest of the country for one specific reason, and this is because what we were talking about earlier, both of our work situations. I'm going to get to talking about mine a little bit. So I do still work for Dueling Axes, but we have been tasked with researching the goings-on of the rest of the axe throwing industry, figuring out how they do their operations and such. And I've learned a lot. There are over 400 axe throwing places in the United States, and then there's another 80 in Canada, and then there's 20 or so in the rest of the world. So it's mainly a Canadian-American thing. But I can easily say with the utmost confidence that Dueling Axes is very close to the top of the game when it comes to axe throwing facilities.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say I'm not being paid to say that because I work for them, but at the same time, that is actually my true opinion based on the now over 70 hours of work I've done doing research on other facilities. I really do believe that it is one of the top facilities in the United States, and I genuinely believe it's going to stay that way if we keep going the route that we're going. So I would recommend to anybody once we open back up to come in and throw with us for real, because I will teach you how to do it.
Man, props to your bosses. Honestly, I have to commend the people in charge of dueling axes for a second, because just the fact that they took this lockdown as an opportunity to do that kind of research, that just shows me that the people in charge of dueling axes are like, they're the kind of people that are going to be on top, because that's such a power move. What other time would they be able to have you like do that kind of research? They saw an opportunity and they took it. They're making lemons out of lemonade, as they say.
It's very true.
Lemonade out of lemons. I'm sorry, I fucked that up. Lemons out of lemonade.
They are squeezing lemons into the eyes of the competition, you might say. So they are using their time and resources very well. So I'm very proud to be part of that company.
Hell yeah.
Another unrelated development when it comes to quarantine. I think I mentioned this briefly on an episode before, but I have a completely new PC. I built it with the help of somebody from the Columbus Discord, so thank you, Riley, for that. Runs beautifully. I'm looking at it right now as RGB fans. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the render game on this thing is a little bit better than the laptop I was running on before. I'm able to do more things at once when it comes to development of the show. So this is a bit of an upgrade, and the show will only continue to be upgraded as time goes on. We have many plans for the future. As soon as we can hold events again, we are going to be throwing a lot of events. So keep your weekends open. We will be having stuff happening at places like Rambling House, Wild Goose Creative again, places like even Audubon Park over by German Village. We got some plans for stuff like that. So
yeah, boy, that's some exciting stuff, Corey.
Oh yeah, dude. Keep your calendars open, my friends, because it is going to be a Gab Street year ahead of us. It's gonna be very cool. One quick shout out to give. I want to talk about Rambling House for a second, because I had the opportunity to support them just a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week ago. I've lost track of time completely. But I think we talked about at the Gab Street party the CBD infused soda that they put together. And my old co-host Gage Stifler won a 4-pack of those cans. And I got to order 2 4-packs and drink them, and they are completely delicious. And as of today, they are now able to deliver to all of Columbus easily. You can order through their website. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have the website correct here. Rambling House. I'm going to take the time and effort to figure out the URL because I want the people to know. Okay, ramblinghousesoda.com. So if you go there, you can order 4 packs of Harvest Gold CBD infused soda, and it is fucking delicious. Makes you feel good inside. Makes you all feel all warm and fuzzy. It's ginger beer, so if you're into that kind of thing, please go support them.
Man, I gotta try this stuff out, man. I haven't had the opportunity yet. I might actually order some if I have any spare money.
Yeah, dude, it's completely worth your while. It's delicious. I can't recommend it enough. And again, they are not sponsoring this episode. I genuinely believe this. I'm not being paid to say this, so I really want you guys to go and support Rambling House and get some of their sodas because it's fantastic. And one more thing that they did, specifically Adam Himmel, who we had on episode 57, he organizes Little Flea 614. But during quarantine, I think it was late March, there was a day, I think it was either a Saturday or a Sunday, where Adam Himmel organized Columbus Goes Live, which was an Instagram live music festival. And you'd think, hearing that description of something, you're like, that sounds a little janky. That might sound to be a little clunky. I don't know how well that would go. They streamlined it so well and organized it so well and made sure there were like reasonable breaks in between acts so you could catch everything. And every artist did such a fantastic job. And Amber Falter did an interview with Sounds of Busstown. So, also, if you haven't listened to Sounds of Busstown, they are a podcast in the same vein as we are, so I can't recommend them enough as well. But it was just all around a great experience, and it's really inspiring to see things like that still being thrown together in times of difficulty like this. So, it's really a testament to the cohesion of this community and how much people are willing to do just to keep it together, even though we can't physically be together. So,
Yeah.
I implore people to do something like that of their own as well, if they can. Which brings me to the next topic, which is that details have not been hashed out yet, but the day after this episode releases, I am going to be in deep professional business calls with friend of the show, Joseph Keith, to address possibly doing a fundraiser for Columbus artists, and not just artists, but Columbus creatives in general, people who have been struck by this pandemic the hardest. As we discussed earlier, a lot of the people that we talk to are involved with the crowd business, and there aren't a lot of crowds to go around because they're not allowed to be there. So we want to just try our best to throw together some support. Maybe do a live stream, something like that. We haven't thrown any ideas out there yet as far as that goes, but we will be keeping you in the loop with the mailing list and then eventually the website, as well as the show itself. We will continue to talk about that. And follow us on Instagram and such if you would like to keep up with that in real time.
Oh, yeah.
So, yep, that's the thing that's going on. I also want to address real quickly last episode in which Kuop hits a blunt mid-episode. I just want to say that is the first time that's ever happened, and I think that's hilarious.
Dude, shout out to Kuop.
Shout out to Kuop. Great interview. He really got blasted mid-interview, which is kind of that's kind of the way you got to do it. You know what I mean?
Some rockstar shit.
Yeah, dude. Before we get to Zay Crypto's opinion about the Grammys,
Oh no.
One last quick shout out. This is a shout out episode. I just want to highlight the things that have been going on in the Gab Street circle as much as I can, because we normally don't get this opportunity to do this many shout outs. So Omega Rift, a fan favorite on the show and a friend of the show, has released a new track called Sludgeworth. And it is a deep dive deeper into his psyche than he has ever released. It's something truly inspiring to listen to, and it's a new sound that I haven't heard from him before. And, you know, I've said this before, he never fails to impress. I have yet to hear an Omega track that I was not putting on repeat for at least a little bit. He's unskippable. So I would recommend you go listen to that. It's not on Spotify yet. It is on SoundCloud. Just Omega Rift, OMEGA space RIFT. And you can find that track as the latest track on his SoundCloud. So Zay Crypto, how do you feel about the Grammys?
Basically, to keep it short, Grammys are overhyped and kind of worthless. Like a lot of artists dream of getting Grammys, and I really don't know why you would at this point, because it's clearly a popularity contest, and the people that organize the Grammys are like completely out of touch with reality. Something you brought up before this interview, or this episode, I should say, is how they put Tyler the Creator's project Igor into the like urban. Did they put it into hip hop? The hip hop category?
It was either urban or hip hop category. Yes.
Yeah, which is stupid because
also known as the black category.
Yeah, which also urban does not mean black. It means in the city.
Exactly.
It's not just black people in the city. You dumb fuck.
I live downtown Columbus.
Yeah, Corey, you're urban.
I am urban.
Dude, why are you claiming to be urban when you're not even black? Get the fuck out.
Bro. I can't do this anymore. I have to quit the show. I'm being a poser.
So yeah, honestly, dude, the Grammys are... I have such a big issue with the Grammys at this point, and I think if you aspire to be a Grammy winner, you're either stupid or you're a bootlicker. So get the fuck out of my face.
Damn, dude.
That's my hot take on the Grammys. I
appreciate you laying that out, laid bare for all to hear.
Yeah, I'm being very very opinionated this episode.
Yes, you are.
I'm sorry, Corey, but
now this is the content we need.
I can't help myself. Yeah. I've been feeling...
I hold myself back so you can be the opinionated one.
Yeah, I can take all the... Dude, anything I say does not represent the views of Gap Street, okay? We've said this before. It represents my views, and that's why Corey lets me ramble, because I represent myself, not the show.
I'm going to soundbite that, make sure people hear that.
Good.
Your opinions are not the opinions of the show.
Yeah, you got to remain neutral, Corey, because you're kind of a business now, and businesses have to remain neutral for some goddamn reason.
It's true, dude. I can't be socially responsible.
Wouldn't it be great if, like, I don't know, some big, like, what if, like, Dell came out and they were just like, you know what? Fuck Taylor Swift. Something like that. I wish that like corporations acted like more human, but
yeah,
I shouldn't wish that, because corporations are not people.
Because then they would get the rights that people get. So, oh wait, they already do. Oops. Citizens United 2010. Let's go.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, man. I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm an ignorant motherfucker when it comes to that. You're gonna have to educate me after the show.
Okay, I'll educate you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my hot take. Fuck the Grammys, dude.
All right, man.
Dude, okay, actually, you know what? Can I just let me just cite something. Let me just cite a couple things. One thing in particular. Cardi B, not to hate on Cardi B, because, you know, I can't hate on anybody for, like, being successful. Everybody wants to be successful. But Grammy decided to put her... The Grammys gave her a Grammy for the best hip-hop album of the year when she was up against Nipsey Hussle, T.I. No, not T.I. Why am I forgetting his name? He's on Good Music with Kanye.
Hobo Johnson.
I'm sorry. I know the guy. I'm having a brain fart. I forget his name. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller, and who else was it that I said? I can't think this morning.
I don't remember.
But just Mac Miller and Nipsey Hussle alone, you can't give the Grammy to Cardi B for hip hop when you got Nipsey Hussle. Fucking Nipsey Hussle, bro. Nipsey Hussle is hip hop. Cardi B doesn't even know which. I should just Cardi B. Congratulations to you, but fuck the Grammys. That's all I gotta say.
And there you have it, my folks. That's the way it be sometimes. That's the way it be on Gab Street today. But we are going to go ahead and wrap up. We'll catch you next week. It's going to be a video episode once again, so don't forget to hop on the YouTube link. And we're going to be interviewing one of the coolest new acts that has actually been in development for years to come out of Columbus. They're coming out with a new sound that no one's ever heard before. I'm supremely impressed with it. And it's going to be a good time. So, we will catch you next Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. once again, as per usual. Because that's the way we do it around here. And you got anything? Any last words?
Pusha T. It's not T.I. It's Pusha T. How do I forget Pusha T? Yeah. Pusha T, Travis Scott, Nipsey Hussle, and Mac Miller, and Cardi B. And Cardi B won Best Hip Hop Album. That's all I gotta say.
And to end the episode, fuck the Grammys.
Yeah.